Well, hello, hello. Welcome back to A Course in Miracles, and thank you for tuning in here. Wherever you've gotten this YouTube link from, whether you're just scrolling the internet and you ran across this guy, or whether you have already followed this channel, or you know me from another line of work, from another endeavor, or whether you're watching this on Enlightened World Network. The show is A Course in Miracles 365, Awakening to Love. And that's really what it's all about, isn't it? Awakening to love. Wherever you're joining me from, I thank you for tuning in here today. So, lesson 206 in the workbook for students finds us in the midst of a review period where we're taking another look at ideas that we've covered in the past. Why do that? Well, number one, you're an adult learner. I'm an adult learner. We're all adult learners. We need repetition. And it's not enough in life to just say, oh, yeah, I got it, when you don't. We can say that, but we need to see things, especially in spiritual practice, right? We need to see things again and again until they begin to so inform our world that they permeate the very fabric of our being, and people begin to respond to what you're putting out. In other words, they're picking up what you're throwing down. Light. You're extending love. People recognize themselves. So each of us is in a place where we're involved in a journey, right? We're on a journey, a walk. We're in the midst of a process of awakening to the truth of who we are. And you could also, of course, say reawakening. So this review period insists on the idea, the truth, that we're not bodies. If you're hearing this for the first time, well, it won't be the last time. There's a part of you that knows this deep down, part of all of us. So when we spend time with the thought that I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me, on some level, at some point, whether it's today or in the future, that's going to resonate with you. It's going to hit home. It's going to hit home and make it all the more powerful. And as this workbook is designed brilliantly and deliberately to have us repeat ideas, we repeat this. I am not a body. I am free, for I am still as God created me. And we sit with this. This is the theme that runs throughout this particular review period. And then we contemplate and practice and spend some time with the review idea. Now today, that idea is salvation of the world depends on me. It's lesson 186 from the workbook. We've looked at it before. Here we review it. Salvation of the world depends on me. Oh yeah. So no pressure, right? Don't fuck up. All right. Yeah, kidding, yes. I make that jest because people take this seriously. We want to heap the weight of the world on our shoulders, do we not? As human beings, we're really good at that. You know any martyrs? No? Do you know anybody that wants to carry everyone else's burden to the point of exhaustion? All right. So when we say salvation of the world depends on me, here's what we mean by that. We mean as the workbook says, that we would give God's gifts where he intended them to every living thing. Through extending our practice of forgiveness, we give gifts where they're intended to be given. When you accept that your function in this world is to extend love, in other words, to offer forgiveness to every living thing, including the world itself, when you really deep down accept this, today's idea begins to make sense. Why your brothers and sisters are begging for release. Everything that someone says, everything that someone does or thinks is either an extension of love or a call for love, a call for help. What is the appropriate response? To extend love. Clearly, it is to extend love. With everyone in the world issuing a call for love, we extend love and we give the gift, the miracle of forgiveness where it is most needed. When you forgive, people see the light in you. This is what we just spoke of, yes, where we bring light. You bring it. Everyone brings it. People recognize themselves. And how will people respond? Well, almost all of the time, they will respond in a positive manner to the extension of love. By their response, will you know that you have been forgiven? It is a gift that we give. Love is something that we are, but it extends itself. We are here to extend love. So in this sense, salvation of the world does depend on you. Your brothers and sisters are calling for help. They are begging for release. They're issuing a call for love. Choose to see their actions, their thoughts, their tweets as a call for love and respond with love, which is the appropriate response to a call for love. Every single living thing is issuing a call for love. Answer that. You liberate not only yourself, but everyone else as well. How can we be so certain of this? There is no separation of any kind, period, at all. There is only oneness. One cannot be divided. It's indivisible. And so are you. Now, at the end of sitting with this idea that salvation of the world does, in fact, depend on us, we give thanks that this is true and sit again at the conclusion of a practice, whatever length of time you have to offer, whatever length of time that is, doesn't matter. We wrap up with the idea that I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. And I want to point out one more really, really important item, since we're in the midst of this review period here. And that is something that the introduction to the review period calls all of our attention to. And it's when we go through the day and have what we consider to be negative thoughts, fear-based thoughts, ego-based thoughts. In other words, frustration, anger, fear. We want to lash out and rage and call somebody a ridiculous idiot because of the political posts they put on your Facebook wall. And half your friends said, yeah, we love that post that you don't, right? Just for example, we will have multiple opportunities for forgiveness. Everything that happens in the world is an opportunity for us. There's nobody out there. This is all showing us everything. That negative tweet that you read, that negative Facebook post that half your friends commented approvingly on, it's happening in your own mind. Everything that everyone else appears to be doing is, in fact, going on in your own mind. It is a classic silver platter opportunity for forgiveness. When we do this, it releases us from a tremendous burden of unconscious guilt. It releases the person or people that we're forgiving from a burden of unconscious guilt. It brings the light and shines all of the darkness away. So all of these opportunities that you see for forgiveness are opportunities for you to take this and bring it to the truth, to the light. We bring the darkness to the light. You are the light. Bring all the crap to the light and shine it away. You don't even have to shine it away. The light just does it. It just vanishes, like turning on a light in a dark room. All of a sudden, you can see, whereas you were bumping into chairs and stools and walls prior. So as you go through the day and negative thoughts cross your mind, because they will, there is an invitation in the workbook for us to pause as soon as we become aware that we're carried away in ego clinging. In other words, that we're carried away in fear-based emotions, dark negative emotions, whatever we want to label those. When we notice that, not if, but when we notice that, we have the opportunity to say, I do not want this. In other words, I don't want this thought. I don't want this feeling. And the exact language from the workbook is, this thought I do not want. I choose instead, and insert the review idea for the day. So for example, you open up your Facebook feed and one of your friends has issued a political post. They posted something that you don't agree with, but half your friends do, and they all got on and commented. And if you go far enough into the comment thread, there's bound to be people viscerally disagreeing with each other, trolling each other. Now, why? Because they can. And let's say this makes you feel sick to your stomach, a little queasy, frustrated, maybe angry, right? Whatever that is it a good feeling? If it's not, then it's an opportunity for you to forgive everyone, not just the person who wrote the post, but everybody else that hopped on and commented on it, whether you agree with them or not, and extend it to everybody that's online. In fact, all people, the whole world. Well, it's an opportunity for you to say, this thought I do not want. I choose instead And the day's idea, salvation of the world depends on me. Okay, this thought I do not want. Salvation of the world depends on me. And it's what we've just discussed. It's an opportunity for you to extend love. So I know that you're going to have a lot of those opportunities today. And I hope that you will take those opportunities, recognize the opportunity for your own salvation that it is, and for the salvation of the entire world, because you know what? They're not different. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining.